Hold on to your toques, Canada, and get those maracas shaking, Mexico. The winds of change are blowing, and they're bringing tariffs along with them. The Donald is at it again, slapping tariffs on your goods. This time, it's not just a minor tweak, it's a full-blown economic strategy. And guess what? China's caught in the crossfire too. The trade war is heating up, and no one is safe from the fallout. Starting February 4th, 2025, things are about to get a whole lot more expensive. Mark your calendars because this date could change the way you shop. We're talking a 25% hike on Canadian goods and 10% on their oil. That's right, everything from maple syrup to crude oil is going to cost more. Mexico's facing a similar 25% hit. From avocados to automotive parts, the price tags are climbing. And China, a cool 10% on everything. Electronics, clothing, toys, you name it, it's going to be pricier. Yikes. This isn't a board game, this is global economics, and nobody wins when the trade war drums start beating. The ripple effects will be felt worldwide, affecting consumers, businesses, and economies alike. So, why the sudden trade tirade? Officially, it's all about holding these countries accountable. Accountable for what, you ask? Well, according to the man himself, it's about undocumented immigrants and that boogeyman fentanyl sneaking across the border. It's like he's trying to build his wall out of tariffs instead of steel this time. Because, nothing says welcome to America like making your closest trading partners foot the bill for your domestic issues. Now, some folks are a little skeptical of Trump's stated motives. They wonder if there's more to this than meets the eye. They're whispering that this whole tariff tantrum might just be a good old-fashioned power play. A strategic move to shake things up on the international stage. See, the USMCA, that's the trade deal between the US, Canada, and Mexico, is up for review in 2026. This deal, which replaced NAFTA, is crucial for the economies of all three countries. Some speculate that Trump's using these tariffs as leverage to strong-arm a better deal out of Canada and Mexico. They believe he's playing a high-stakes game of economic chess. Because, nothing says fair negotiation like holding a metaphorical gun to someone's head and demanding they say pretty please. It's a risky tactic, but if it works, it could reshape the trade landscape for years to come. The question is, will it pay off, or will it backfire spectacularly? Canada isn't taking this lying down, eh? The recent tariffs imposed have sparked a wave of discontent across the nation. From the bustling streets of Toronto to the serene landscapes of British Columbia, Canadians are uniting in their resolve. Ontario Premier Doug Ford, never one to mince words, called out the tariffs, saying they'll hurt America more than Canada. He emphasized the deep economic ties between the two nations and warned of the repercussions that could ripple through both economies. He's promised a strong retaliation, and you know what they say about Canadians being polite? Well, even their politeness has its limits. The streets are filled with protesters, their voices echoing a unified message of defiance. Well, even their politeness has its limits. The sentiment is clear: Canada will not be pushed around. Demonstrators are waving flags and holding signs, their faces set with determination. Prime Minister Trudeau, usually the picture of diplomacy, is gearing up for a forceful and immediate response. In his recent speeches, he has made it clear that Canada will stand firm and protect its interests. Canadian officials are even heading to Washington to hash things out, but don't expect them to back down easily. The stakes are high and the message is unmistakable. Canada is ready to defend its position with unwavering resolve. South of the border, Mexico's response is a study in contrasts. President Claudia Sheinbaum is urging calm, assuring everyone that Mexico has multiple plans. Former Ambassador Uro Sarakan, however, didn't hold back, calling the tariffs a self-inflicted wound. He's warning about disrupted supply chains and soaring inflation. Mexico's likely to retaliate with targeted tariffs of its own, carefully chosen to avoid hurting its own economy.